Absolutely fantastic! Surging radiation has attracted a massive, unidentified terrestrial organism. First, let's crack this bad girl open. Hiya Toys Muto. Hiya Toys has done a fantastic job bringing to life female Muto with a fantastic sculpt, paint apps, and great articulation. Before we find out how fantastic Muto is, give this video a like, comment, share, and subscribe. I believe Muto is in the 7-inch scale. Correct me if I'm wrong. Muto stands roughly 6.5 inches tall. Muto looks okay next to our other Hiya Toys figures. Now, I'm kind of questioning the scale here between Muto and Godzilla. Again, let me know in the comments below if I'm off on the scaling. Now, Muto does look fantastic next to our SH Monster Arts figures, our SH Figuarts Ultraman figures, and our 6-inch scale Chogokin figures from various lines. The scale checks out. Now let's see how well Muto can move. Starting with the head, we cannot really look up, but we can look pretty far down, which is very nice. The mouth can open up nice and wide. The tongue inside of the mouth looks like it can move, but it cannot. It's a rubber piece, so it will always go back into its original position, so that's fine. In the upper chest, we can rotate quite freely here, so we can do basically 180s, which is very nice. You might be able to get off a full 360, but I don't want to risk it here. Our subset of arms are on ball joints. You can rotate very freely. The claws are on very nice ball joints, and these can spin around very, very smoothly. Really nice articulation going on here. Now, for our sets of larger legs, I guess we'll say outer legs, for the first pair, it seems to be a slight type of ratcheting joint here. The joints here are really tight, but this kind of snaps out. We can get a very nice rotation right at the shoulder, which is really cool. Then at the, I guess, first joint here, we do have nice, snappy, solid joints, which is really cool. And we do get to swivel here. Then down at the third joint, again, these joints are a bit smoother, but still snappy, so we can get a nice bend here and rotate. And then finally, we have the feet/knuckles, and we can actually tilt these all the way to either side and rotate this foot/knuckle around so it looks right no matter how you turn this. For the second set of larger legs, we have a rotation here at, I guess we'll call the shoulder joint. Then at the first joint, we have a nice rotation. Then we can actually bend these in, and these joints are a bit snappy, which is pretty cool. Then at the next joint here, again, we have a very nice, softer, but a bit snappier bend, and it can swivel. And then the same action goes on for the feet. And then finally, for our nice, thick, strong, muscular legs, we can kick forward this much, backward this much. I think these legs can move a bit more than what I'm demonstrating here, but again, the joints on my figure are very tight. At the knee joint, there's a bit of rotation, but it does not seem like it can bend. Again, maybe the joints are super tight on my figure. But once we come down here at this joint by the shin, we can actually bend this forward and rotate this quite a bit, so it's nice. And then finally, our feet, again, are a nice, snappy joints, and we can actually tilt these forward and swivel these all over the place, so really cool. Again, sometimes I feel like I'm hitting all the articulation points on this figure, and sometimes I'm not, but I'm really scared of these really tight joints, but Muto definitely is very posable. When it comes to Sculpt and Paint apps, Muto is fantastic. Starting from the top with the large textured weathered dark gray angular head sculpt. On the back of the head we have textured fleshy accents. The eyes have a long red angular sculpt. It would have been really cool if these eyes were more like lenses versus painted on. The mouth has a sharp beak-like sculpt with semi-sharp teeth and dark fleshy inner details. The chest and abdomen have a textured weathered sculpt. I really like the bulbousness of the abdomen here, it's really cool. The inner arms have a detailed muscular sculpt with sharp curved hooks at the ends. Each of the legs have a long, rigid, textured weathered sculpt with hints of brown weathering. I really like the texture and grooves on the legs. At the base of each leg we have what we'll call a foot or a type of sharp knuckle. The hind legs have a nice, muscular, weathered, textured sculpt. The feet have a semi-sharp, hoof-like sculpt. For accessories, unfortunately, Muto does not come with any. It would have been cool to include some kind of stomping effect part or maybe a EMP shockwave or something. Either way, it's fine. Now, let's do some city building. As a whole, Muto turned out to be fantastic. The sculpt is well done, the paint apps are clean, and Muto is fully posable. This is a very solid release. I do have a bit of concern for the arm/leg joints, but if you handle it with care, everything will be fine. Now, do I think Monster Arts will have a rebuttal for this figure? I highly doubt it. If you want a very nice Muto figure, then I absolutely recommend picking up this figure. Now, how much does Muto cost? I imported my Hiya Toys Muto figure directly from the Hiya Toys website for $51, which is totally worth it. To see more Hiya Toys reviews or learn more about the buildings I use in my reviews, click the links on screen right now. Be sure to follow me on social media, definitely follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you guys in the next review.